It's showtime at Homestead, Miami.
Andre Karanowskis at the line, steals it in the Indy 250.
Oh, if the back in trouble, let it go. Gordon's in the wall, jumps right around.
Side by side on the final lap, coming to the checkered flag.
Steve Morgan, the last lap pass, and the victory in Las Vegas.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you, a little more for you. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. Just watch me now.
For the first time since Sunday's Daytona 500 qualifying, cars are on track today for two different practice sessions, and they're in advance of tonight's Monster Energy Duels. There'll be 15 laps each for each duel. Each team will get, why not, 15 minutes of practice in the draft with their respective opponents. Just a good one here. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Marty Sakale. I'm glad you could join us this afternoon for some practice on the NOFSRL channel. We got 21 drivers in Duel 1, 20 drivers in Duel 2. We already know 2 spots are already filled, and that's the front row, filled up by Steve Morgan and Zachary Fitzwater. And it will be fun and exciting to watch tonight. Conditions will be definitely much different because we practiced today and we raced tonight. The practice was supposed to be last night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, but as a broadcaster, life can get busy, especially when doing play-by-play for a really good college basketball team. So yeah, anyway, we know the top 2 spots are filled. If you win, unless you're the front row sitter, then that means you'll start either 3rd or 4th in your respective duel, and we also have to watch as well who makes it in to the Daytona 500. One of the non-charter drivers will be going home. So we're all set to go. Let's get the first driver taking laps. We'll get him in a moment. It's the 48 car. This is Tyler Markle. Markle in duel number 1. He'll start in the 3rd position, the 5th fastest qualifying lap. As we have our leaderboard popped up, updated this time. In the 15 last season, a fun fact as well, as I said back in qualifying, did not even lead a single lap in the New Era Cup Series last season when driving for Premium Motorsports. Here he comes off of the final corner. And let's see what Marco runs here. Remember, he's not in the draft, so being in the draft is going to be a big key because we'll see a lot of it with all 21 cars. So his first lap is a 49.842 on the board. Ahead of him, Ethan Hoffman in the 18, back to full time after racing part-time in the 81. Hoffman will start near the back of the pack in the 15th position. He does have his teammate Brian Ferris lined up next to him in row 8. So maybe they could use that to their advantage. In fact, when you look at the team-wise, besides the 18 and the 20, they also got Mitchell Collins, the 19, in this duel. So Joe Gibbs Racing could be a key factor tonight as well. Also some big team names you've got to watch out for. Zidell and Stapleton, both Ganassi cars in duel number 1. So here comes Hoffman across the line. His time will be second quickest, 49.694. Marco currently the quickest at the moment. Ahead we got Gatlin Downey in the 52. Him and teammate Neil Clifford will be racing in duel 1. Downey starting in the 8th position. And he'll have Clifford right behind him. on the outside when we take the green flag. Currently 8th quickest with a 50.038. Definitely should be a quicker time. If we look at speeds as well, once we get to Steve Morgan, remember he's got the visor cam for us during speed weeks. I want to take you through a full lap on him once we get to him and show you what these drivers are running in speeds. Because remember, the wind is changing. It was blowing from the southwest last time. Now it's blowing from the east, which will mean you'll see these drivers get some more drag this time off of turn 2, and they'll have more speed picked up entering turn 1. So Downey currently with the 49.416. That's the pack of 3 working together. Hoffman has broken into the 47s, 47.948, and Marco, second quickest, 48.145. And we got another pair of 3 drivers. Two of them of the 3 have to race their way in. We've got Zach Winkle in the 62. Will start 5th. And same with Ryan Benjamin, but here's the thing for him. He starts last, had the slowest car in qualifying, and he's at a big disadvantage right now. Because right now, if you look up through the grid, the second slowest, is just looking through my notes here real quick, would be Ryan New. All the non-charters, they qualified very well, but Ryan Benjamin at a big disadvantage. You also got Matt Tuck in the 95. Will start 19th as well. So they're trying to work together to see how they can do from the back to the front. Quickest car right now. Let's go to him. Jonathan Logan in the 21. In fact, the top 3 in this group as well. Logan, who starts in 6th. Marty Johnson, who starts in 2nd. And Justin Zidell, who starts in 12th. Zidell, of course, the 3rd place finisher in last year's New Era Cup Series Championship. Johnson as well. And also in the pack, CJ Williams, currently 10th quickest. Zidell starting in 12th position. Williams will start in 17th. So they're all trying to work together, practicing how the draft will work in and out. And right now, by the way, we had an update with the 18 going back to the top of the board, 47.720, but the 52 and the 48 are still pretty slow right now in the draft. Let's look at these 2 drivers. Here are 2 of the drivers from the championship for last season, Steve Morgan and Nathan Stapleton, as they try to work together at the moment. Remember, Morgan starts on pole, but Stapleton will start in 12th position. They're currently 11th and 12th quickest at the moment. When we get off turn 4, we'll take it on the visor cam here for Steve Morgan and show you what his speed's going to look like, give you the telemetry as well. They're working their way up to Eli Bright as well in the 8th, so this may be a pack of 3 shortly, unless they get slowed down. They're going to commit to the high side for right now. They're trying to work together. Could tandem, though, be a key in the race? They've all been doing pack racing, but 13 of the 42 are working it. So you can see the speed increase. Remember, Stapleton's got the draft right now. Morgan's just getting the push from the 42 at the moment. So we'll show you as well what these guys are going to run. Now you see Stapleton's going to try the slingshot here, practice that. I think the oil tank was just getting a little bit too high for the driver of the 42. But then look here, as they go down the backstretch. Watch the speed closely. Even though it did pick up, he does have that momentum, but it's a tougher time to pick up left speed because you have all that drag coming in from the wind. Let's look ahead of them. We got Eric Monaco back in the 3 car. Monaco currently 20th quickest, 49.757, working with Brian Ferris in the 20 car. Oops, excuse me there, I forgot to put that on vibrate. My mistake. Monaco starting in 18th. As for Brian Ferris, starts 16th. So these 2 are trying to work together as they are going to be behind in front of each other when we take the green flag. Neil Clifford in the 53 car, currently 13th quickest. Clifford starts in 10th tonight. If I've been saying tomorrow, I apologize for that. But making his New Era Cup Series debut. New team for Rickware Racing, expanding from 2 to 3, and also going up to the full-time slots this season. So they will make every race this year. Keeping our way going. Benny Watson, Diego Rossello working together. Watson tonight starts 11th. Rossello starting 20th. Of course, we know Diego Rossello making his New Era Cup Series debut Sunday for the 500. Benny Watson in his second season of Cup competition. One of the more respected drivers in the series. Rossello currently 5th quickest. Watson is 10th. We're just past the halfway mark here in the practice session. Those 3 drivers, now it's a 4-car pack. They got Matt Tuck back in this pack as well. I think they either caught up to him or not. But now they're going to catch up to Eli Bright. That's a 5-car pack. I think that's the biggest pack we got. We got 4 right here with the 3 and the 20. So they were able to draft up to them. Some of them just working single file. This may be 5 soon of Winkle and Williams as the 21-12 and the 1 are working together. But let's look back on that 5-car pack at the moment as we have a new quickest car. That's Steve Morgan in the 13, 47.376, and Stapleton is 3rd. So they're working together pretty well at the moment. Keep in mind as well, these drivers do have to be careful. We obviously have not seen it yet, but we saw it in the clash practice twice. If you do wreck your car as well during practice, this is the only time during the season where you may have to start in the back of the pack. Now, if you do wreck here, you have to start in the back for the duels on Thursday, or tonight, excuse me. Sorry, I've been messing that up a lot. But if you do wreck in the duels, especially if you're the front row sitter, or in practice, the final 2 practices we have where we see all 42 cars together, or all 40 cars together, excuse me, then you may have to, then you will have to start in the back of the pack, and you do not want to lose your spot whatsoever. It'd be pretty risky. So Morgan's still quick as we approach 4 minutes. They're working their way up to the Season 3 New Era Cup Series champion, Stuart Grant. So we'll see a pair of champions in this pack. See, of course, Morgan, the reigning, defending New Era Cup Series champion, in the craziest finish possible, in my opinion, to a championship race. As we all remember, Justin Zaidel had the was in the lead in the champion, like a half-lap lead with 2 laps to go. Ran in a field coming to the white flag and lost it to Steve Morgan. As you can see, Stapleton up in there as well. But it's good to see Morgan win that championship. Stapleton, by the way, felt like at the halfway mark, he was actually leading the championship without a hood, by the way. Without a hood. And then the car blew up. And then spun out. So it was a tough break for him. But everyone kind of saw that coming, to be honest. Gretton, by the way, qualified for tonight's duel number 1 in the 9th position. And Stewart currently the 19th quickest. He wants to get the low line and the draft. Okay, figure it out. We're under 3 minutes to go. Who have we not talked about yet? Ryan. Oh, man, look at this pack here. Pack of 7. Besides those 4 we had earlier, still working together, you also got Ryan Benjamin, Mitchell Collins, and Zach Winkle, and I think someone had a problem. Something with this pack split up. I don't know if it was Johnson or something, but he is off the pace. I don't know if he's going to come in, but they're all going to go by. That split the pack up big time and led to some tandeming instead. But Johnson had an issue with the car. I don't know if he's going to come in or not. But the biggest pack now is dropped into 3 tandems. Johnson's going to stay out. I think something just happened with the car. Messed up his driver or something. Got really loose. But Collins, by the way, the quickest car, 47.274 with under 2 minutes to play. So this remains now the biggest pack of 5 cars at the moment. We haven't talked about Eli Bright yet in the 8. Starts 14th tonight in the duel, working with the 52 of Downey. Downey 7th quickest. Bright currently is 17th quickest. We we left out Ryan New. We ditched him for a moment, so I want to go back to him. One of 2 Daytona 500 winners in the field, Ryan New, the Season 4 winner for Levine Family Racing, and his NOFSRL debut, to be exact. Currently, right now, working by himself, but remember, he's got to race his way in. He starts, though, in 7th spot. Your non-charter drivers in the duel, Zach Winkle, Ryan New, 5th and 7th, respectively, and then also Ryan Benjamin starting last in the duel. So under a minute in this first practice session, the lone practice session for duel number 1. Is there anyone we have not talked about yet? I think we've talked about everyone here. Yeah, Ryan New was the last one we hadn't gotten. But anyway, go back to the 19 car of Mitchell Collins. And now it's back into a pack of 5 with Logan and Williams as they caught up to them. They'll commit to the high side while these guys will commit down low. Collins again starting tonight in the 4th position. But remember, conditions will change as they will be racing in the dark, under the lights. So as we approach the final seconds of practice number 1 for duel number 1, final practice to say the least, Mitchell Collins will end up the quickest, 47.274, and Steve Morgan, second quickest, 47.376. Don't be surprised if Steve Morgan comes out a big favorite for the Daytona 500 with the pole, second quickest in duel 1. Almost won the clash as well, but lost the draft, lost a lot of speed off of turn 4, coming to 2 laps to go. Collins is just going to play it safe for right now. Zach Winkle will bring the car on in. It'll end his day. We'll get that pack of 6 once again for the final 30 seconds or so. So 30 seconds to go. Final chance to put some speeds up on the board. So this is the final lap for these drivers in this pack. You see Johnson and Benjamin breaking out, testing their final laps moves. Johnson taking the 3 wide run on the bottom and gets the push from C.J. Williams. A nice toe from him. But at the end of practice 1 for duel 1, Mitchell Collins, the quickest, 47.274, and pole sitter Morgan, second quickest. Now we get ready for the second. And now we're all set for the practice session for duel number 2, another 15-minute one. This time we got 20 cars on the track. On the pole for duel 2, he'll start second in the 500. It'll be Zachary Fitzwater or Fitzy. And you could not ask for a better pair to start on the front row. Zachary Fitzwater second and Steve Morgan first. First car to take the track will be Matthew Logan, the runner-up and the Rookie of the Year in the New Era Cup Series Championship last season. One position off from winning the title over Steve Morgan. Only driver of the championship for in Duel 2 tonight. Again, this will be after Duel number 1. Duel number 1 probably about maybe 20-25 minutes long. And then we'll get Duel 2 underway. Matthew Logan starting in the 17th position. Again, this car was a part-time car last year, the Gaunt Brothers Racing. Now moved up to full-time, especially with the 96. The 2 part-timers, by the way, in duel number 2, Igor Barreto and Jacob Britz. So whoever's on the bottom in duel number 1, you'll have to watch that closely, because if the bottom person in duel 2, if they do beat the position of the bottom person in duel 1, then the guy in duel 1 in the bottom will go home. But if the bottom guy in duel 2 does not, the bottom guy in duel 2 will go home. But if it is a tie, so say like duel 1 and duel 2 finishers each finish on the bottom in like 17th quickest, then the tiebreaker would come down to the speed of how they did or their position. So remember that. That's going to be key. So if you're Ryan Benjamin, you do not want to be in a tie. So Matthew Logan to take time here on his first lap. At the line, it is a 52.13, but remember, he does not have the draft. Behind him, Igor Barreto, and man, this was a heartbreak moment in the Daytona 500 qualifying session. He was on the pole until Steve Morgan knocked him off. He was on the front row for a while, and if he was on the front row, he would have made the race. Until Marty Johnson knocked him off. Tough break for the 77, but does start second, though, in duel number 2 on the outside line. Remember, the inside line will be the key to victory here on these super speedways all season long. Currently 5th quickest with a 49.775. Again, this is a rookie in the New Era Cup Series. Though this is the most experienced field, by the way. This is about 5 to 7 rookies in the field. Barreto now 3rd quickest, a 49.238. Let's go to the fastest guy at the moment, and that is Fitzy, the most popular driver in the New Era Cup Series. All-Star winner, has gotten the fan vote for the last 2 years to make it into the All-Star race. He'll never need that fan vote ever again. He's in the All-Star race for good. So you know he is guaranteed in, working with Edwin Mendez in the 11. Mendez starting in 8th tonight. Currently 2nd quickest with that 49.066. Fitzy now the only guy in 48. 48.993. But now to the top, we've got 2 drivers working together. There's a pack of 4 now, soon to be pack of 5. Johnny Garner, Jacob Britz, the second part-timer in the field, Carter Friesen, and John Andrews. Let's talk about the 16, Jacob Britz, starting in 5th. So the FOE cars, the Fraternal Order of Eagle cars, both the only part-timers in this duel. Johnny Garner, currently quickest, 48.236. The man with the most wins in the NOFSRL. But hasn't won since Season 4 at Texas Motor Speedway. Carter Friesen, number 37. By the way, I should mention as well, Britt starting in 5th. Garner starting in the back in 19th. Friesen starting in 7th. John Andrews to start in 10th. And also Colin Denton, now the quickest with a 47.645. Last one in the pack, getting a nice toe off of John Andrews. At the moment, you're Season 3 Daytona 500 champion, a photo finish over Season 1 champion Joshua Nichols. Fords did not really show that much speed in duel number qualifying, even though Fitzy and Johnson were the best in 2nd and 3rd. The slowest, or about 3 of the slowest 5, were all in Fords. So now they work their way up to 2 more drivers. Luke Rainey in the 15, he starts in the 15th spot. And I'd say with Cody Smart, Fitzwater's old ride. Smart starts in 9th tonight. Andrews, by the way, has taken the top spot, 47.160. We haven't really seen anyone hit the 46s yet, but right now we know John Andrews is the fastest driver of all cars in practice for the duels at the moment. Of course, this man has had a lot of bad luck on his side, hasn't even won a race yet, and this is his 4th season of full-time competition in the Cup Series. Finished in the bottom of the barrel many times in the first 2 seasons. His 3rd season got the pole for the 500. And then almost won at Texas, and we're about to go 4 wide. Oh, almost. Johnny Garner taking a risky move. But a nice pack of 7. Could be a pack of 9 here shortly if they get a nice toe off of Fitzwater and Mendez. Keep in mind, you do not want to wreck your car, or else you'll be starting in the back tonight. Remember, Garner's had a lot of bad luck. He's already wrecked 2 cars this week for Speed Weeks. And they do catch up to Mendez and Fitzwater. Of course, Mendez drove the 4-car last season. Won at the then ISM Raceway, now Phoenix Raceway. Now, this is a nice pack right now at the moment. 9 cars, most drivers we've seen in a pack today. Talk about the other drivers here. Brian Webb starting in 20th spot. First season since Season 4. Almost won the Daytona 500 then. Jesse Turner in the 43. Iconic number in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Starts in 13th. Derek Hamill in the 32. Once again, Zach Ryan in the 22. His rookie season of New Era Cup competition. Oh, trouble! John Andrews around! Oh, what a save he makes! I think he blew up. Oh, this is going to be risky here. No one's going to come by, but John Andrews with a blown engine. Friesen got into the back of him, and around he went. Made a nice save. I think the engine blew. Let's give you the onboard from Carter Friesen in the 37. No power in the 17, so they're going to have to change the engines and go to the back. But what a save, though. Andrews makes, does not spin the car out. And luckily, no one else was behind at all. So they're all single file for right now. So let's go and mention these cars of the moment. Turner 13th, Webb last. Derek Hamill to start in 4th. And Ryan to start in 6th. I think those two are going to come on down pit road. No, it's going to be just Hamill. By himself, Casey Nanico in the number 51 machine. Nanico starting in the 14th position. We got Daniel Voiles. First time we've seen him since season number 2. He'll start in the 18th spot tonight. Logan and Barretto going to work together. We got Christian Vargas in the 00 starting in 3rd. Patrick Smith in the 14, starting in the 16th spot. There's Alex Lozano coming out of pit road in the 88. He starts 11th tonight. But we'll keep on focusing on this pack of now 6 cars. So John Andrews, the fastest car. The engine changed rapidly. They've gotten the car back out and out. But it will have to start in the back of the pack. So he'll have to wave off. So he'll lose his 10th starting spot. And it is a tough break. You see Jacob Britz. He'll come down pit road. Andrews, as the pack goes by him. Fastest car on track, 47.160. Friesen was second quickest, 47.309. And Cody Smart will drop out of the pack as well for right now. So this now becomes a pack of 4. That's a 4-car pack there as well. So I think we'll focus on the 4-car pack as you see Turner and Ryan working up top and Webb and Nanico working the bottom. So 3 Mustangs in this pack. The other one, a Camaro. Under 5 minutes to go here. Fastest one in this group is Zach Ryan in the 22 with that 47.729. And then it's Webb and Turner. Hamill was also previously in this pack, but then made the run down pit road. A lot of these drivers decided to come in and change some tires and add some fuel real quick and try and get some faster speeds. But Andrews, after the blown engine, he's going to decide as well to run by himself in the number 17. See Brian Webb, Nanico going to try and get a draft off of Zach Ryan. Remember, Nanico currently 17th quickest for that 48.394. Just got his fastest lap, but he'll get a nice tow here off of Zach Ryan. Should improve his time big time. Slowest car on track at the moment is Voiles, 48.634, working by himself. Looking to be a good lap for Casey Nanico if he gets the low line and just stays behind Zach Ryan. And he does. If he did make a slingshot to the inside, I think the lap would have been much quicker because he would have had the cleaner air. Remember, with these the higher downforce, cars will punch a bigger hole in the air. And Nanico's time does improve, 47.795, but puts him 11th quickest. So now it goes into 2 other tandems. You can see Voiles and Lozano now trying to work together. Lozano 16th quickest, but trying to work off of the slower Voiles. After all the guys in that big pack came in, now they're trying to focus on the tandem racing for right now. See how they do, just drafting off of one person by themselves. Who knows? The racing could come down to tandeming in the final laps. know, we obviously saw it back in the Busch Clash, the actual Busch Clash to be exact. Right now, Turner's still the... Oh, excuse me, not Turner, that was last season. Turner in this pack, though. 6th quickest, 47.488. I believe he improved his lap. Yes, he did. To 6th. Webb improved his lap as well. He's up to 4th spot, 47.434. And they could have our 5th guy coming back. Johnny Gardner in the 2 could get back to pack racing. 8th quickest, 47.525. We'll see how the pack does as they swarm on him. This could get pretty tight here, especially if you're Zach Ryan. Oh, Garner commits up top. That's pretty slow. Lets his teammate go by. Brian Webb may want to be a little bit careful. Breaks up the pack a lot now. That could have been close. Could have caused a big wreck. And they'll all just focus on single file racing. But let's focus on Friesen, the 2nd quickest, 47.309. You see Hamill's going to get a nice toe here off of Friesen. May try and peek to the inside. He did, but not working out. 47.791, but does not improve the time, though. So we have a minute to practice here. John Andrews, the quickest. Still 47.160. But again, remember, he does have to go to the back of the pack. We've seen these drivers that have had to start in the back have actually been the fastest in practice. Which is actually kind of odd. You see the draft. They're working together. Andrews is just going to say now, just keep it safe. I don't want to risk the car getting involved in another accident. You see Lozano and Voyos who actually work together with Edwin Mendez. Right now, Mendez the slowest car with a 48.513. Voyos 15th quickest now, 47.945, and Lozano 14th quickest as we work on the final seconds of the practice session. Barreto and Logan have been together the entire time, but not improving though. They're 16th and 17th quickest. Logan 16th and Barreto 17th. They're working their way up to Brits and Denton. Oh man, that was close. Denton put a risky block there. But if Brits did get damaged there, if there was a wreck, he would have forfeited his 5th spot. But they do swarm on those two, so the 4 cars will be the biggest pack to end the duel practice. But not that much time, though, in the draft, so they're not really getting used to it. Colin Denton gets the most time, though. Same with Jacob Brits. But at the end of the practice session, and let's find his way up to it as see Fitzwater comes down pit road. Now there's John Andrews. Fastest guy at the end of the second practice, 47.160. Again, Andrews will have to start in, because he starts in the 10th position, he'll have to go to the back of the pack and start in 20th. So last spot for John Andrews. How will that be affecting him? We'll just have to wait and see. Final seconds here of practice, and we will see you later tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on my channel, Marty Sakala, for Monster Energy Duels. We'll see you then.